Welcome to the Orton-Gillingham Online Academy's YouTube channel. The Orton-Gillingham approach for older students can be very effective, and this video serves to address the factors and prerequisites of the advanced language continuum, which includes advanced morphology. By older students, I'm referring to those in junior high and beyond. Mastery of literacy skills is contingent upon many factors. The list I will share in this video is certainly not exhaustive. However, these considerations are among the most prevalent determining factors. As it relates to the types of literacy instruction received, for those with dyslexia, it is imperative that they receive an evidence-based strategy proven effective for their specific needs. A phonetic, alphabetic, multisensory, repetitive, sequential, structured, synthetic and analytic, cumulative, cognitive, diagnostic, and prescriptive approach, which are the essential elements of the Orton-Gillingham approach, is often the golden ticket to language acquisition. If students with dyslexia were not provided this type of instruction in elementary grades, they often enter junior high ill-equipped for the rigors yet to come. Let's look at processing ability. Students who have average to above average processing ability, they're able to acquire adequate language skills with conventional classroom instruction. On the other hand, those with dyslexia may not be responsive to classroom instruction due to deficits in areas in the visual or auditory modalities. Another factor that mastery of literacy skills for older students is contingent upon is intellectual ability. Mastering the structure of our language, as well as the complex rules governing it, is related to the cognitive ability of an individual. For some, functional language is a realistic goal. Can I read off of a menu? Can I read road signs? However, for others, mastery of advanced language is certainly attainable given effective strategies. How eloquently English is spoken in the home is also a factor. For students with dyslexia who have entered junior high with extreme gaps in their literacy skills, remediation can be difficult at best. Teachers often oversimplify the materials for these students during an intervention time. And because the content is presented in an elementary fashion, students often shut down and lose interest. The delicate balance is to communicate advanced language to students in such a way that makes sense to them. So where do we begin working with an older student so they find optimal success? Well, work on short vowel sounds within affixes. Rather than teaching, for example, the short O sound by creating a list of elementary words such as cot, dog, and fox, it is best practices to teach the older student by working with prefixes and roots. So, for example, if you teach them com and con, this allows them to read words such as compact and concept. Teaching the short vowels is essential. However, there are advanced ways of doing so that you not only maintain your students' interest and motivation, but to also push the instruction along to support your students' grade level learning. Also, you want to make sure to work on open and closed syllable patterns. Once these patterns are taught, they will buy your students several multisyllabic words. So for example, when you teach your student that an open syllable pattern ends with a single vowel, and that single vowel says its name, they will then be able to read the prefixes de, pre, and pro. Likewise, if you teach your student that a closed syllable pattern is a one syllable word or word part with a short vowel followed by at least one or more consonant, they will be able to read the roots mand, dict, and ject. These prefixes and root words will enable your student to read words such as demand, predict, and project. It is also helpful to work on the vowel consonant E syllable pattern. Rather than teaching the vowel consonant E pattern using elementary words such as hope, bake, and cute, it's important to teach your student using suffixes such as "ile," "aid," and "eyes." Understanding these syllable patterns, the older student will then be able to read words such as agonize and lemonade and the word tactile. Also, I would encourage that you work on non-phonetic aspects of advanced words. Teach your students that most of the English language is predictable. However, some learning might involve rote memorization. The non-phonetic parts of words are those that do not follow a conventional rule or pattern, and they need to be memorized, such as the final E in recipe is voiced, and the final T in depot is silent. Given the starting gate, you can then use some techniques to circle back and introduce the basic phonemes and rules to your student until she or he has mastered basic language skills. Again, the key here is to not make the material so elementary for them that they shut down and lose motivation. So let's look at the prerequisite a student must master prior to receiving advanced language instruction. A solid understanding of the syllable patterns, closed, open, consonant LE, vowel teams, vowel consonant E, R-controlled vowels. As a side note, when teaching the patterns to your student, be sure to begin with the closed and open syllables, as well as the vowel consonant E pattern, as these patterns buy your students the most words. So a solid understanding of the syllable division rules is also important, particularly the V/CV rule, such as in the word robot, and the VC/V rule, such as in the word robin, and the VCCV pattern, as in the word rabbit. A solid understanding of blending multiple speech sounds in order for a student to progress into advanced language learning and reading the longer multisyllabic words, he or she must have mastered the blending of multiple speech sounds. A solid understanding of the roles affixes play in words is also very important. The Orton-Gillingham approach is cumulative. Understanding that prefixes change the meaning of words, whereas suffixes change the word's part of speech, allows him or her to build further to conduct word studies of more complex, multisyllabic words. Teaching language skills using the Orton-Gillingham approach for older students can be very rewarding, particularly when the students are motivated and enthused about learning. Creatively presenting the same basic materials using syllables, prefixes, suffixes, roots, and other structures of our advanced language curriculum can send the older students with dyslexia on their way to successfully acquiring both basic and advanced language skills. Well, I hope this video is helpful for you as you teach your students the English language. If you like this video, be sure and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.